offense just went to sleep. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Hunt Show. Media turn cap in last night's game between the Phillies and the San Diego Padres as the Phillies lose 1-0 to the Padres as they get shut out. I mean, 1-0. I mean, seriously, you can't even push across a run after scoring 6 the night before. And I guess before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So I am incredibly disappointed. We wasted another stellar start from Nola. I mean, that's just how many. This has been countless times that we've wasted his really just amazing starts. Right? So Lowers right now down below 3, so it sits at 2.98. I mean, this guy, him and Zach Wheeler. I mean, honestly, Zach Wheeler is definitely a lock to make the All-Star game. But I mean, Nola's pushing. I mean, he might make it. I mean, he very well might make it. I mean, this guy continues to dominate. So, I mean, the stuff just continues to look good. I mean, the curveball he continues to have good control of that. The home runs have just gone way down. Just blown away by how good he did last night. So, another stellar start that we waste. Another stellar start he has at Petco Park. So, it kind of reminded me of, last August, right? Of course, we didn't blow like a lead like we did then. But, I mean, still, we waste his start at the end of the day. So, of course, the guy that hands the Phillies the loss. I mean, I think the Phillies offense handed themselves the loss last night, but, in a way, the guy that handed the Phillies the loss happened to be his own brother, right? Which is very, very strange, right? I mean, very, very strange. As we pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As we get to it, Austin Nola, the brother of Aaron Nola, singles on a line drive the other way to right field. Eric Hosmer comes around to score, and it's 1-0 San Diego here in the 6th. So Austin Nola, after striking out against Aaron Nola earlier, comes back and hits an RBI single off of his brother the other way to right field. It's just so weird. It's just so weird to see these two guys battle it out. We saw it last year in San Diego. We saw it again last night. It's just so cool. I love it. I love to see a brother v. brother matchup. But unfortunately, the victory went to Austin Nola's Padres last night, and that'd be your final 1-0 San Diego Padres is your final score. How disgraceful. So we pretty much made no efforts to do anything at the plate last night. Nick Castellanos, the $100 million man, continues to do nothing. Bryce Harper with a rare performance. I mean, he just didn't have a good night last night. So incredibly disappointing. So this offense is so inconsistent. As I said before, we scored 6 runs the night before. We followed it up with getting shut out 1-0. Like, how in the world do you not even push across a run? You didn't. I mean, this team is just so ironic. Against Joe Musgrove, we score 6 off of him. 6. He's been the best pitcher in the National League. I mean, if not one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. This year, we score 6 off him, and then we come back the next night and we get nothing. I mean, it's just bizarre. This Phillies team is weird. And that's, Slita said that in the comment section. I mean, true. I've said it before. True. This team is weird. Very, very weird. Kyle Schwarber out Leon's Pike goes hitless, but he's able to collect a walk, right? I mean, this is one thing about Kyle Schwarber, something that Nick Castellanos doesn't do. He walks. The average now drops to 215, but at least he's actually getting on base. And Reese Haskins flicks a knock last night, only 5 of the Phil's hits, right? I mean, he also draws a walk, a pretty decent night last night for Reese. A 2.49 average now for the Phillies looking first baseman, and Bryce Harper. A hitless performance last night, striking out twice. So Bryce definitely didn't have the best of nights last night. Everybody's going to have an off night. Matt Harper. I mean, this guy's still having that torn UCL. He's still been relatively productive. Average still sits at 320. PS, unfortunately, does drop below the 1,000 mark now at 987. But that's okay. It's still floating right around the 1,000 mark. So he continues to have an MVP season. And Nick Castellanos, another hitless performance. He is homerless in the month of June. What an absolute joke. I talk about every single video. It seems like it's just like a replay. Like, you can, honestly just go back to all my videos over the past, month and just keep replaying the same part. Like, when I go with the box score a little bit, I just talked about the same thing about how disappointing he is. I mean, just how disappointing he has been. He doesn't walk. He hasn't collected any extra base hits. As I said, it reflects in the OPS. It really affects in the OPS. It's at 680. It's dropped all the way down now to 680, a 242 average for Castellanos now. So I'm incredibly disappointed with him. He's probably the biggest disappointment I feel right now. 5 years, $100 million. I mean, this is very, very disappointing. And I made a post and it was very, very telling. I mean, if you take away his 2021 season, OPS at 755. I mean, this is a guy that got $100 million over 5 years. If you take away that amazing season he did have last year, a 755 career OPS minus the 2021 season. I mean, for a power hitter who's getting paid $20 million a year, that is very disappointing. I mean, 755 OPS certainly isn't bad. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. I mean, I expect great. When you're getting paid $20 million a year in the next 5 years, I expect great. That's what I expect. I expect you to be great, and that's not great. That's just, it's good, but it's not great. 755 OPS for a power hitter, and certainly 680 OPS is certainly not very good for a guy like Nick Castellanos. That is bad. Of course. So very, very disappointing. JT Muto, another his performance last night after he does hit the home run the night before the other way to right field, the 3-run shot. He comes back out and strikes out 3 times. Of course, 236 average now for JT. So I think we all, kind of knew that was a possibility, right? But this is a guy that's not consistent. He has not had a good year. Watch this team on a, day-to-day basis. You're just going to see he just hasn't produced. Alabama with a 2-hit night last night. Average now sits at 256. So he was one of the guys that actually put the bat on the ball last night. But OPS didn't really climb up too much. Still sits at 638. It sat at 636 going into the ball game. And Matt Vierling also had a multi-hit night, right? A 2-hit night last night. So 238 average now for Matt Vierling. Got to start out in center. I think it's just kind of at the point now you got to play him out there every day. I don't care about the righty-lefty. It's weird because it was actually saying the opposite for a while. I said, I play Herrera out there. I don't care about the righty-lefty. Now I'm saying, play Matt Vierling out there. I don't care about the righty-lefty. So now I'm saying it the other way around. So I just don't care. I mean, this guy has been, better as of late. I just, whoever's the hottest. I mean, 3 or 4 average over the last 7 games, a 300 average over the last 15, and a 282 average over his last 30. So he has to be out there every day. I mean, where the offense is, scuffling, Herrera, I mean, he's just going to swing at pitches that, he's going to swing a curveball that bounces to the plate. He's probably going to lunge down, and his bat hand, top of his bat's probably going to kick up some dirt. Really weird swing that he has. Matt Vierling needs to be out there every day. And Yohan Camargo gets a start at short and goes hitless, but he was able to draw a walk. He's not 100% healthy. You get to see it. I mean, you saw the strikeout the other day in Texas in the first game of that series. He didn't look good. Prior to going on the IL, he doesn't look healthy. He just doesn't look healthy. Something about him doesn't look right. So I've not been too impressed with that. And Bryson Stott gets the start at second as he goes hitless. But Yano Nunez came off the bench and pitch hit and drew a walk. So the Phillies were able to draw 5 walks last night, 5 hits. They struck out 9 times as a team. So they just did not get the job done last night at all. Gore, pitched some 5 solid innings in the bullpen for the Padres. Went the rest of the way. They did a very good job. We're going against Joe Musgrove the night before. We pushed across 6, and we're going against Gore the next evening, and we don't even in 5 innings we're not even get 1 off of them. And we're not able to hit this Padres bullpen. I go back to it again. Let me say it again. This Phillies team is bizarre, unpredictable, weird. Just weird. Aaron Nola, 7 innings, 7 hits, the run was earned, 2 walks and 10 strikeouts. I mean, what a shame. I mean, really, just what a shame for this guy. Smack with a loss undeservingly, 4-5 now on the year. I mean, a 2.98 ERA, as I said before. I mean, this guy continues to dominate. He continues to go out there and pitch his butt off. And what does he get? Nothing. He doesn't get any run support. It seems like when he does have an off start, the offense does go out there and perform. The curveball continues to be working, right? I mean, there's some starts. I mean, we especially saw it last year. We especially saw it in 2019, where it just was like a beach ball. I mean, he just hung over the middle part of the plate, and that's why the home runs are so up. And of course, he is one of the top guys without the 2-strike home runs. The home runs have gone down significantly. A little just 180, man. The home runs have gone down significantly, so I love it. Can you just have good grip of that change up the fastball? In my opinion, has gotten even better. Great night last night for Aaron. What's got it for him? I mean, 10 strikeouts, continue to strike up their strikeouts. The 1-2 punch, right, with the, Wheeler Nola, right? I mean, the little 1-2 punch. I love it, man. I mean, these 2 guys, these are the horses, right, of this rotation, right? Of course, Zachary at the top, and Aaron Nola ain't far behind, right? I've never been this happy with Aaron Nola since 2018. I mean, this is something incredible. So I love what we're seeing out of this guy, right? I mean, it's the 2018 Nola's back, baby. I think we could say it now. So as I said, ERA lowers below the 3 mark, which is huge. So Aaron Nola, fortunately, his brother got the best of him last night. I mean, it's just weird the way we lost this game. And not only did the offense not produce, but the guy that hands us the loss happens to be Aaron Nola's brother. So definitely, some irony there. Jose Alvarado, though, how about that in about an 8th inning, coming in and striking out to side. So certainly, of course, he has to do it in a loss, though, right? I mean, but he got his job done. He did the job. I was impressed with him. So certainly, the pitching staff wasn't the problem last night. Clearly. So they were able to come in to get the job done. So this Padres offense continues to scuffle without, the big MVP bat of Manny Machado, right? I mean, he was in the MVP race. He was voted second right now. Of course, Call Goldschmidt. I mean, I don't see that going. I mean, I really, think he's had a great year. Of course, he's had an MVP year. And that's where he should be, but I just don't see him staying there. I just don't see him staying there. He's going to settle back down to earth. It's not even July 1st yet. I mean, let's pipe down a little bit. And of course, Manny Machado did sprain his ankle, which is very devastating for that Padres. I'm really happy for Manny. He's having an MVP year. Of course, I don't want to do any damage against us. You know what I mean? I want him to, strike out every single time he's playing against us. But, for baseball, the Trackmore fans, I love it. He was having a good year because honestly, I think he's definitely one of the faces of baseball. And especially when Tatis comes back. Of course, he's not going to be back until the second half of the season. So the Padres have really missed having him in the lineup, right? So they certainly got a lucky win last night because the Phillies offense, as we've seen before, just, they went to bed, right? They took a nap. They took a nap. As I mentioned before, talking about Matt Beering, it's just great to see him so hot. I mean, I love it. I mean, as I said, another 2 knocks last night for him. So I'm very, very impressed with what we've seen out of him. I really, really am. And of course, Aaron Nola did make one error last night on that pickoff attempt at first base. I mean, yes, it wasn't a good throw, but Rhys Hoskins, you gotta at least keep it in front of you. You know what I mean? The glove was pretty much right there. I'm not saying he had to catch it, but keep it in front of you, man. That was the second error of the season, and as I said, it wasn't a good throw. It wasn't a good throw, but Rhys Hoskins, just keep that in front of you. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to catch it, but just keep it in front of you. We have to win tonight. 10-10, the first pitch. Zach Eflin going against a squad that he was drafted by. 2-5 with a 4.43 ERA. He had an awful start last time. Of course, the knee I think was nagging him a little bit. Only managed to go 2 innings last time in Washington D.C. On Father's Day last Sunday. So we definitely need a bounce back start. And Blake's now 0-4 with a 5.46 ERA. So hopefully we need this tonight. We need some offense. And of course 4-10 tomorrow. Gibson, Darvish. So Mark Appel, former #1 pick of the Houston Astros in 2013, gets the call up, right? So Connor Brogdon placed on the virus-related IL as Mark Appel is up to the big league. So 9 years in the making. Of course, he did step away from baseball after the 2017 season. And of course, he did come back last year, and it was a very emotional return. Of course, his ERA, 19 games down in Leon Valley, right around the 150 mark. I couldn't believe what kind of year he's having. I mean, wow. He's really had a good year down there, and that is why he got the call up. So who knows how long he'll be up here, but I am happy for him that he finally was able to see, now he's kind of finally able to see the big leagues. Of course, he's not officially on the roster yet, but you are going to see him, right? So as I said, Brogdon goes on the virus-related IL, and now Appel gets the call up. So congratulations to Mark Appel on that. Just a reminder that the All-Star voting is open. You can vote anytime. Bryce Harper leading the NL most votes out of the DH, right? So that's quite the accomplishment for Hart. You're going to make it 100%. So I'd also like to apologize for getting this video out later. I had to work, a couple of jobs today. I apologize about that. But all that matters is the video is getting out, right? The video is getting out. It was perfect that we have a 10-10 start tonight. It gives me some time to get it out. So I apologize for that. I thought about pretty much all day what I was going to say. And just rip through this offense for just not scoring any runs. But also praise Aaron Nola for the great night he had. But the great night he had. And I was really happy to see Jose Alvarado. I mean, we don't really see it too often, but it just goes to show you, when he can look at this stuff, it can be really, really dangerous because this stuff has so much potential. It really, really does. I mean, I love that fastball and slider. I love it. But the problem is, in the past, he hasn't been able to really locate it, so it's been a huge problem for the guy. Hopefully, he can build off of his impressive appearance last night. Not really going to bank on it, but I'm hoping. Enter the first pitch tonight, Eflin Snell. So, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on that notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Media, Instagram, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at @PeonSocialMedia. Card text 267-225-3292. Email me. PhilliesMedia@gmail.com. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I apologize once again for getting this recap out a little late. 10-10, the first pitch tonight. Eflin Snell. See you all tomorrow morning. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you. Let's go, Phillies. See you guys.